I think one is it never ends, right? So that's the first thing. So it's very difficult to say this succeeds and this fails because it doesn't. It evolves. So one is that you're permanently evolving. You're never finished, right? So that would be my first point, is this attitude of you're never finished. I think the second one is not to confuse it as being an age or generational thing, which a lot of people say, right, this is for young people, or this is for millennials, this is for Gen Y, Gen Z, whatever it is. I don't think it is, right? I think it's whole organisation. And the third thing is really not thinking about digital transformation as in we have technology and we have business, but we have digital business. So really, how do we make all of our business digital, of which HR is a piece of that?
We need data if you're going to provide a personalised experience for people. I think you need to understand what employees want and what they expect. And I think the third thing is you need to obviously tie it to the business strategy. There's no point coming up with a digital HR strategy in isolation. It's got to be linked to what the business is trying to achieve.
As for transformation, I think I've worked on 20 or 30 transformation programs over the years. And I think one thing is we shouldn't just focus on HR and the transformation of HR. We need to think about this as workforce transformation. It affects everybody, you know. So the terms digital transformation, HR transformation are a little bit confused. And I think we just need to focus on the strategy, how we deliver it, and how we manage our people. So, that's my take on it, really.
When you're thinking about HR transformation, there are some things that are very important. One is that you need your digital information to be easily accessible to end users. And by end users, I don't just mean HR, I mean managers. What good is it to have your employee performance appraisals in a system if managers can't get into it, or if it requires special training for them to get into it? Another thing that is really important is to remember that we are humans still. And there's no amount of technology that's going to take that away. We're not there yet. I don't think we will ever be there because individuals are so different. And there needs to be coaching and there needs to be things that are brought together, and that requires a human touch. And sometimes HR can get excited about the latest technology and this is going to change everything. But if you're not good with people, then you've just got fancy, expensive technology making the same mistakes that you've made in the past.
I think when people are looking at any kind of digital transformation type project, the things that are really important are, first of all, will this change benefit me as a user? Because if there's nothing in it for me, if it doesn't make my life easier, or save me time, or save me money, or reduce budget costs, then I as a user won't want to do it. Second thing, as a business sponsor, you need to know what is the business impact. What is the real business impact in either cost savings or in revenue generation or employee satisfaction, whatever it may be. And I think the final thing is it actually adding some fun to somebody? Is there actually something interesting, exciting about it? So internally, it goes viral because you, for example, say, this new app we've got, it's great to use, it's easy to use, I really like it, and it becomes viral, so you have to have that piece in there as well.
There's one has got to be a bit of a philosophy inside the organisation to try things, to be inventive. I think there has to be some level of investment appetite that then backs into that. So we've been very underinvested for far too long inside some organisations. So we've got some great tech, go, experiment, try, fail if needs be, and recover from that. And then I think it's the third one that goes from that is that ability of people to accept a level of failure.